You're standing on a beach at sunrise. The gentle waves kiss your feet, and a soft breeze carries the scent of salt and possibility. Yet, despite this serene picture, your mind feels anything but calm. Instead of relishing the moment, your thoughts spiral, worries about tomorrow, regrets about yesterday. It's as though an invisible chain binds you to a burden you can't seem to let go of. Have you ever felt like this? Like you're unable to truly be present, no matter how beautiful the world around you may be. In today's video, we'll embark on a journey to explore the art of letting go, a concept inspired by gentle and timeless Buddhist teachings. This isn't about lofty ideals or complex philosophies. It's about finding practical, simple ways to unburden your mind and rediscover the peace already within you. We'll begin by understanding worry, what it is, why it exists, and how it often clouds our minds. Then, we'll tackle the illusion of control, that relentless drive to manage every aspect of life, and how it can backfire. Next, we'll guide you to the present moment, a space untouched by the weight of the past or the uncertainty of the future. From there, we'll touch on the power of acceptance, embracing life as it is, not as we wish it to be. Finally, we'll close with small, actionable steps you can take to begin letting go of worry starting today. As we move through these ideas together, I invite you to reflect. Pause the video if you need to. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? What would it feel like to finally let it go? By the end, you'll discover that letting go doesn't mean giving up, it means making space, for peace, for joy, for life. So, let's take that first step together, one moment, one breath at a time. And remember, this is your journey, and I'm honored to walk beside you. Let's begin. Part 1. What is worry? The weight we carry. Imagine yourself trudging up a steep hill with a bag slung over your shoulder. This isn't just any bag, it's heavy, uncomfortable, and seems to grow heavier with every step. Inside are stones, each one labeled, money, health, relationships, insecurities, regrets, and fears. Day after day, you add more stones to the bag without pausing to wonder, why am I carrying this? Worry is much like this bag of stones. It's a burden we accumulate, thinking it will somehow prepare us for the future or protect us from harm. But in reality, it only weighs us down, robbing us of energy, joy, and presence. According to gentle Buddhist teachings, worry often originates from attachment, our clinging to things that happened in the past or might happen in the future. This attachment can take the form of regret for actions we can't undo or fear of outcomes we can't control. Let's think of an example. Suppose someone is worried about financial instability. They obsess over every possible scenario, losing their job, struggling to pay bills, disappointing their family. With each imagined crisis, another stone is added to their mental bag. Soon, the weight becomes unbearable, though nothing tangible has changed. The stress exists only in their thoughts. Now, Buddhist teachings don't suggest ignoring real problems. Instead, they emphasize awareness, recognizing which stones we've added unnecessarily. Buddha once taught that suffering is inevitable, but worrying about suffering is optional. It's like being struck by an arrow and then choosing to shoot yourself with a second one, the second arrow being the worry about the pain. So, let's pause for a moment and reflect. What worries are you carrying right now? Are they rooted in something you can control or change? If not, why hold on to them? By asking these questions, you begin the first step to awareness, and ultimately, to letting go. Imagine this scenario. A man carries a bag of stones wherever he goes. When a friend asks why he won't put it down, the man replies, "It's not that simple, I might need these stones someday." But the friend replies, "Wouldn't you walk further and feel freer without them?" If you ever truly need a stone, you can pick one up along the way. This simple metaphor encourages us to reconsider our relationship with worry. Instead of holding on to every fear and doubt, just in case, we can trust that we'll have the tools we need when challenges arise. Until then, we can lighten our load. Consider, too, how worry often keeps us from experiencing life fully. Picture yourself sitting with family, sharing a meal. Instead of enjoying their laughter or savoring the food, your thoughts drift to deadlines, unpaid bills, or health concerns. You're physically present but mentally far away. The moment becomes a missed opportunity, lost to the weight of the bag you're carrying. Buddhist philosophy invites us to return to the present, because it's here that life unfolds, not in the shadows of yesterday or the mist of tomorrow. Every stone you carry is tied to something outside of the present, regrets from the past or fears for the future. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care, it means you choose not to let those things control your mind. Have you ever wondered how much lighter life could feel if you simply put the bag down? This is your invitation to try. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine taking off the bag of stones. Feel the weight leave your shoulders. Breathe deeply. How does it feel to stand tall and unburdened, even for just a moment? Of course, putting down the bag isn't always easy. It's a process, a practice. Begin with one stone. Identify a single worry that's consuming your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this something I can change or control? If the answer is yes, take action. If no, gently release it. Picture yourself setting the stone aside, knowing that it's okay to let go. Worry often masquerades as preparation, but in truth, it prepares us for nothing. It drains us of the energy we need to face life's challenges and steals the joy we might otherwise find in the present moment. By acknowledging this, we can start to shift our mindset, not overnight, but step by step, stone by stone. In the end, the act of letting go isn't about denying the existence of challenges. It's about refusing to let those challenges define your experience of life. As Buddhist teachings remind us, peace is not found in a life free of suffering, but in a mind free of attachment to suffering. So, I ask you again, what would it feel like to put down your bag of stones, if only for a little while? What's stopping you from taking that first step? The answer lies within you, waiting to lighten your load and unlock the freedom you've been seeking all along. Let's explore it together. Part 2, the illusion of control. Control is like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the more it slips away, leaving you with nothing but a sense of frustration. Worry thrives in this grasping, feeding on our belief that we can, or must, control every aspect of life. But here's the hard truth, control is an illusion. Let's start with a story. There was once a farmer who lost his only horse. The neighbors sympathized, shaking their heads, and calling it a stroke of bad luck. The farmer, however, remained calm and simply said, "Who knows what's good or bad?" Days later, the horse returned, bringing with it a herd of wild horses. The neighbors now celebrated his good fortune, but the farmer responded again, "Who knows what's good or bad?" Shortly after, the farmer's son broke his leg while trying to tame one of the wild horses. Once more, the neighbors lamented his misfortune. The farmer, as always, remained composed, repeating, "Who knows what's good or bad?" And as fate would have it, a war broke out not long after, and all the young men in the village were called to fight, except for the farmer's son, who was spared due to his injury. This story illustrates the fluid and unpredictable nature of life. Events, which we often rush to label as good or bad, are rarely that simple. Life unfolds in ways beyond our control, reminding us that gripping too tightly to a desired outcome often causes more harm than good. Have you ever faced a situation where your efforts to control the outcome only made things harder? What might have happened if you had simply let go and trusted the process? Buddhist philosophy teaches us to embrace impermanence, understanding that change is the only constant. When we fight against this truth, trying to hold on to what we think should be, we invite suffering. Imagine standing in the middle of a river, trying to push the water upstream. The current is strong, relentless, and unyielding. The more you resist, the more exhausted you become. Letting go of control is like stepping out of the river's way, allowing it to flow naturally while you find peace on the riverbank. Let's consider a practical example. Think about a parent who wants their child to succeed in school. They push, nag, and micromanage every aspect of the child's education. But instead of improving, the child grows resentful and stressed, struggling under the pressure. The parent's efforts to control the situation backfire, creating the very outcome they feared. In contrast, a parent who encourages, supports, and trusts their child's abilities fosters an environment of growth and understanding. By letting go of excessive control, they achieve a healthier and more harmonious relationship. Control is seductive because it gives us a false sense of security. We believe that if we can just manage everything perfectly, we can avoid pain, failure, or disappointment. But life doesn't work that way. Even with the best plans and intentions, unexpected challenges arise. The weather changes. Accidents happen. People make choices we can't influence. The more we cling to control, the more we set ourselves up for frustration and heartbreak. What would happen if you loosened your grip and trusted life's flow? How would your day feel if you didn't try to manage every detail but instead allowed events to unfold naturally? Letting go of control doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. It means accepting that some things are beyond our influence and focusing our energy on what we can change. Imagine holding a kite in your hands. The wind may pull it in unexpected directions, but you can adjust the string, guiding it without forcing it against the wind. This balance of influence without over-control enables the kite to soar. There's a quiet freedom in relinquishing the illusion of control. It opens the door to trust in yourself, in others, and in the unfolding of life. When you let go, you make space for creativity, spontaneity, and growth. You stop spending your energy on what you can't change and start investing it in what truly matters. As you reflect on this, take a deep breath and imagine your worries as handfuls of sand. Feel the tension in your grip as you hold them tightly. Now, slowly open your hands and let the sand slip through your fingers. Notice how light and free you feel without the weight of trying to hold on. Life's flow is like a river. It's always moving, always changing. You can't control the current, but you can choose how you navigate it. Trusting the process doesn't mean you'll never face challenges, but it does mean you'll face them with greater ease and resilience. So, what would it look like if you let go of one thing today? One small worry, one expectation, one need to control. Take that step and see where the river of life takes you. You might be surprised at the peace and possibilities that await. Part 3. Anchoring in the present. Your breath is always with you, steady, constant, and unchanging. It doesn't ask for attention but is always there, like an old friend ready to guide you back home. In moments of chaos and overwhelm, your breath becomes more than just a physical function. It transforms into a lifeline, one that anchors you to the present moment. Each inhale is a reminder, this is where life happens, here and now. Living in the present moment might sound simple, but it's deceptively difficult in practice. Our minds often wander, reliving past mistakes, worrying about the future, or simply chasing distractions. This mental restlessness pulls us away from the only space where life truly unfolds, the present. Let's start with a small practice. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a moment. Exhale slowly, letting your shoulders relax. How do you feel? Perhaps there's a small sense of relief, a gentle quieting of the noise in your mind. That's the power of presence. By focusing on your breath, you step out of the endless chatter of past and future and return to the simplicity of being. Buddhist philosophy calls this mindfulness, the art of paying attention to the present without judgment or resistance. It's not about clearing your mind entirely or striving for perfection. It's about noticing what's here. The sound of birds outside your window, the sensation of your feet on the floor, the rhythm of your heartbeat. These small, seemingly mundane details are profound because they ground you in reality, away from the stories your mind might be spinning. What does your present moment hold when you let go of past regrets or future fears? Perhaps it holds peace, even if just for a fleeting moment. Perhaps it holds clarity, space to see things as they are, not as your worries paint them to be. Or perhaps it simply holds a chance to breathe deeply and reconnect with yourself. Consider this: the past is gone, and the future is yet to come. Both are illusions that exist only in your mind. The present, however, is real. It's tangible. It's the only moment you can truly experience, the only place where change, action, and joy can occur. Let's explore an example. Imagine you're at a family gathering. The room is filled with laughter, but instead of joining in, your mind drifts to an argument you had last week. You replay the words in your head, analyzing each detail, each mistake. Then, your thoughts jump ahead to tomorrow's worries, work deadlines, bills to pay. While your body is present at the gathering, your mind is elsewhere, trapped in a cycle of regret and fear. The opportunity to connect with loved ones slips away unnoticed. Now imagine a different scenario. You catch yourself drifting and take a deep breath. You pause. You bring your attention back to the gathering, the sound of laughter, the warmth of the room, the smile on your mother's face. You realize that, in this moment, everything is okay. The argument is in the past. Tomorrow's tasks can wait. Anchoring yourself in the present moment is a practice, not a destination. It requires patience, gentleness, and commitment. But the rewards are immense. When you live in the present, you free yourself from the weight of the past and the uncertainty of the future. You experience life as it unfolds, in all its beauty and simplicity. Here's a practical exercise to try. Set aside 5 minutes today to focus on your breath. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and notice the sensations of breathing. Is it shallow or deep? Fast or slow? Let your thoughts come and go without clinging to them. When your mind wanders, which it will, gently bring it back to your breath. No judgment, no frustration, just presence. With practice, these moments of mindfulness can expand. You'll find yourself pausing before reacting to stress, noticing small joys throughout your day, and feeling more connected to your life. The present moment becomes not just a place to return to but a way of being. In the end, living in the present isn't about perfection. It's about coming home, to your breath, to your body, to your life. Each time you anchor yourself here, you affirm the truth that peace isn't found in the past or future, it's found right where you are. So I invite you to reflect once more. What does your present moment hold when you let go of past regrets or future fears? Take that question with you as you move through your day, and let it guide you back to the gentle rhythm of now. Life is waiting for you here, one breath at a time. Let's explore it together. Part 4: Finding Peace in Acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up, it means making peace with what is. It's the art of understanding that life flows like a river, steady, unpredictable, unyielding. When you try to push the river upstream, you exhaust yourself with effort. But when you flow with the river, moving in harmony with its current, everything feels lighter, smoother, more effortless. Let's start with a simple example: a rainy day. You wake up, glance outside, and see the dark clouds gathering. Rain begins to pour, ruining your plans for the day. Perhaps you were hoping to have a picnic or work on a garden project. Frustrated, you curse the rain, wishing it away, as if your resistance could stop it from falling. But the rain keeps coming, indifferent to your frustration. Now imagine choosing a different perspective. Instead of fighting the rain, you decide to embrace it. You put on a raincoat, step outside, and feel the refreshing drops on your skin. Maybe you even dance in it, discovering joy in what you initially resisted. The rain doesn't change, the only thing that shifts is your perspective. This is the essence of acceptance. It's not about resigning yourself to fate or passively enduring hardship. It's about seeing life as it is, without resistance or judgment. As Buddhist teachings often emphasize, suffering arises not from life's challenges but from our resistance to them. When we struggle against reality, we create a storm within ourselves, intensifying the pain. Acceptance, on the other hand, calms that storm, making space for peace. Take a moment to reflect. What are you resisting in your life that you could instead accept? Perhaps it's a relationship that didn't turn out the way you hoped. Or a career setback that leaves you questioning your worth. Or maybe it's something smaller, traffic that makes you late, a broken appliance that disrupts your routine. Whatever it is, think about how much energy you're spending fighting against it. Imagine what might happen if you chose to let it be. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop caring or trying. It simply means you recognize what's within your control and what isn't. Imagine standing at the shore of an ocean, watching the waves roll in. You can't stop the waves from coming, but you can choose how to respond. You might brace yourself against the tide, struggling to stand firm, or you might let it carry you gently, surrendering to its rhythm. The choice is yours. Consider the story of a woman who lost her job unexpectedly. At first, she was overwhelmed with anger and fear, convinced that her world was falling apart. She spent weeks obsessing over what she could have done differently, spiraling into self-doubt. But one day, she decided to stop fighting reality. She accepted the loss and focused on what she could do next. Updating her resume, learning new skills, exploring opportunities she hadn't considered before. Her acceptance didn't erase the challenges, but it gave her the clarity and strength to face them. Months later, she found a new job that was even more fulfilling than the one she had lost. Acceptance brings freedom. It frees you from the mental chains of what if and if only, allowing you to live fully in the present. It doesn't make problems disappear, but it transforms the way you experience them. Instead of seeing obstacles as enemies, you begin to see them as teachers, opportunities to grow, adapt, and discover your resilience. What would happen if you loosened your grip and made peace with the things you've been resisting? How might your life change if you stopped pushing against the river and started flowing with it? If you're ready to explore acceptance, start small. Think of one thing in your life that you've been resisting. Maybe it's a difficult conversation you've been avoiding or a situation you can't control. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what would it feel like to accept this, just as it is? Sit with that question for a moment and notice how it feels in your body. Does the tension ease? Does the weight lift, even slightly? Next, try practicing acceptance in a tangible way. Write down a challenge you're facing and list the aspects you can't control. Acknowledge them, without judgment, and let them go. Then focus on what you can do, actions that align with your values and goals. Acceptance doesn't mean doing nothing, it means acting with clarity and wisdom, rather than resistance and fear. Finally, remember that acceptance is a practice, not a one-time decision. Some days it will come easily, other days it will feel impossible. That's okay. The key is to keep trying, to keep returning to the present moment, to keep flowing with the river of life. With time, you'll discover that acceptance isn't just a way to handle challenges, it's a way to find peace, joy, and freedom in the midst of them. So I ask again. What are you resisting in your life that you could instead accept? Take the first step today, and see where the journey of acceptance leads you. You might be surprised at how much lighter life feels when you make peace with what is. Let's explore it together. Part 5. Practical Steps to Let Go. Letting go isn't a grand, once-in-a-lifetime event. It's a gentle, consistent practice, an act of self-care that unfolds over time. The process may seem small at first, but its impact can be profound. By letting go of even one worry, you create room for peace and clarity to enter your life. So, where do we start? Step 1. Write down one worry. Take a moment to reflect on what's weighing on your mind. Maybe it's an unresolved conflict, an upcoming decision, or even a fear you've been carrying for years. Whatever it is, write it down. There's something powerful about putting thoughts onto paper. It externalizes your worry, giving it form and making it more manageable. As you write, ask yourself, why is this worry occupying so much of my mind? What's the deeper fear behind it? For example, you might write down, I'm worried about a presentation at work. Upon reflection, you realize the deeper fear is, I'm afraid of failing or being judged. By identifying the root of your worry, you gain the clarity to address it more effectively. Step 2. Reflect. Can you change it? Once you've named your worry, the next step is to assess it honestly. Ask yourself, is this something I can change? If the answer is yes, shift your energy toward action. Break the issue into smaller, actionable steps. For instance, if your worry is about the presentation, you might prepare your materials, rehearse in front of a friend, or seek advice from a mentor. Taking action empowers you, reducing the sense of helplessness that fuels worry. But what if the answer is no? What if the worry is beyond your control? This is where the true art of letting go begins. Acknowledge that some things, like the weather, other people's decisions, or outcomes you can't influence, are simply out of your hands. As Buddhist philosophy teaches, freedom comes not from controlling life but from accepting its uncertainty. What's one worry in your life that you've been clinging to, even though it's out of your control? How would it feel to release it? Step 3. Create a letting go ritual. Letting go is more than a mental decision, it's a symbolic act. Creating a simple ritual can help you release your worry in a tangible way, giving the practice deeper meaning. Here are some ideas. Light a candle, write your worry on a piece of paper, then burn it, safely, while focusing on the flame. As the paper turns to ash, imagine your worry dissolving with it. Say a prayer or affirmation, speak words of release aloud, such as, I release this worry and trust the flow of life. Breathe deeply, sit quietly, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. As you exhale, visualize your worry leaving your body, carried away on the wind. These rituals aren't about denying or dismissing your emotions. They're about acknowledging your worry, honoring its presence, and then choosing to let it go. Like setting down a heavy bag you no longer need to carry. The role of practice. Letting go is not something you do once and forget. It's a practice, a commitment to yourself and your well-being. Some worries may resurface, and that's okay. Each time they do, return to these steps. With time and repetition, you'll notice that their grip on you loosens. Let's take an example. Imagine you're worried about a loved one's health. While it's natural to care, you recognize that worrying endlessly won't change their condition. You write it down, I'm worried about Mom's health. You reflect, I can't control her illness, but I can support her by being present, listening, and encouraging her to rest. Then you create a ritual, lighting a candle and visualizing your worry turning into light and warmth for her. Each time the worry resurfaces, you remind yourself of this act, returning to the practice of letting go. The power of small steps. Letting go may feel daunting, but remember, it starts small. You don't need to let go of every worry all at once. Begin with one, and notice how it feels to release even a tiny bit of the weight you're carrying. With each step, you'll build confidence in your ability to face life's uncertainties with grace. What's one worry you're ready to let go of today? Take a moment to reflect. Write it down. Create a ritual. And when you're ready, take that first step toward freedom. You don't have to do it alone, I'm here to guide you, breath by breath, moment by moment. In letting go, you don't lose anything. Instead, you gain something invaluable, the space to live fully in the present, free from the burdens of what you can't control. Let's take that step together. Conclusion. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop carrying. When you release the burdens that weigh you down, you rediscover the freedom to live fully, to love deeply, and to embrace each moment as it is. As you move through your day, take a moment to pause and reflect. Close your eyes and feel your breath, the rhythm of life itself. Peace isn't something you have to chase. It's not found in the next achievement, possession, or solution. It's already within you, waiting quietly for you to notice it. Letting go is the key to making space for that peace to bloom. Here's a gentle challenge for you. What's one thing you're ready to release today? It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's a nagging thought, a lingering regret, or a fear of what's to come. Visualize setting it down, just for a moment, and see how that lightens your load. Remember, this isn't about giving up, it's about gaining the clarity and strength to move forward. If this message resonated with you, why not spread the light? Share it with someone you care about who might need a reminder to let go of their own worries. And don't forget to like this video if it brought value to your day. Your support means the world to us at Life Lessons. It helps us create more content to inspire and uplift others. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your journey, your reflections, or even the first step you're planning to take toward letting go. And if you're new here, welcome to the Life Lessons family. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Together, let's embrace the art of living with mindfulness, compassion, and inner peace. Remember, you don't have to carry it all. You're stronger, freer, and more capable than you realize. Letting go is just the beginning. Let's take that step together.